So as we like to do, start off our videos, share a little bit of our favorite bourbons, liquors, wines, whatnot. Mine is called Gluhwein. Gluhwein is from Germany. It is a spiced wine, usually a red wine. This one is more on the flavored cherry side. And it is made to be hot. What I usually do is bring it up to a boil, a simmer, poured into a cup. And if you have a clay cup, that would be ideal. I don't have a clay cup anymore. So Gluhwein is from Germany. It was introduced or made in 1420. When I was in Germany about 20 some years ago, when I started in the military, I would go down to the town squares, Munich, Schweinfurt, where I was based out of, and each town square would have their get-togethers, their Christmas get-togethers of a sort. I would know what that name is in German, but they would have all these vendors that had their Glühweins, and they had their own concoction and own spin on these wines. You'd get these wines in a clay mug, and you would go to the heat lamps and stand around with your friends in the cold with a nice warm mug of hot spiced wine. Sometimes some strangers would be there, meet new people, exchange conversations about the year. Really great traditional wine experience. I've carried that ever since. I will have this sometimes just staring out the window and watching the snow come down. Have some friends over, sit down with my wife, and just really just have a chat and enjoy something very delicious and warm. And this is the perfect time of year for it. So if you've never tried it before, Gluhwein is what it's called. I'll show you the bottle here in a moment. You can make this on the internet yourself. I find it's easier to do it by buying the bottle. You can get a liter for about between $8 to $10 depending on your store. It looks like this, and I really like it, the Nuremberg one, and you can just tell in the writing that it's very German, and you have the lady up on top. So I'm a huge fan of watches, and I want to share my love with watches with you, the community. And if you're that person who just loves their Apple Watch, I hope eventually that I could persuade you to come to the other side. So I'm starting off because it's been a year. My wife purchased this for me. It's a US based company. It's called the Detroit Watch Company. It's the Pontryagin 1701 Moon Phase Exhibition, and this is an amazing watch. It has everything almost that you need in a watch. The thing is, you're never going to find a watch that has everything you need. But if you wanted to be a one and done person on this watch, you definitely could be a one and done person on this watch. It's exclusively limited to 1,000 numbered pieces, so there's an exclusivity club. You can see this right here is a picture that came with it. These guys are awesome. They even give you a picture of the watch that you got to be part of that club, and it's numbered. So it's really cool. It's a 42 millimeter case, automatic self-winding, and a 7751 movement. So it's a polished 42 millimeter case, automatic self-winding, 7751 movement. It wears a little thicker, and I'll show you it right here if I can. There's a good picture of it right there. Also, some of the specs about it. So the caliber is a decorated Swiss ETA 7751 automatic and manual windings, 25 joules, chronograph, shock absorber, and it has 28,800 vibrations per hour at 4 hertz for 40 40 hours of power reserve. Not too bad for a micro brand and a chrono at this price range. The function is displayed by means of hands, hour, minute, second, day, month, and moon phase, shown in the dial apertures. A chronograph 60 seconds and 30-minute and 12-hour counter, and quick correction of day, month, and moon phase, which is awesome at this price range. The case is 42 millimeters, as I stated earlier, with a diameter polished stainless steel case and 14.5 millimeters overall height, which is a little bit on the beefier side, but you got a lot going on. This is a very complicated watch here. Overall height is 52 millimeters, 52 millimeter lug to lug, and a screw down crown. So let's do some beard talk here. So I follow many beard channels, YouTube channels, blogs, Reddit, you name it. I'm always keeping my eyes and ears open to see what the cadence is, if you will, of people. And I wanted to share that something that comes up quite often. For beards, like everything, I think it may be an American thing. I'm not really sure on this one here. But we always want things to happen quicker than they should, or quicker than they can. For example, there's people who share their beards and ask, hey, what do you think of my beard? It's been 5 weeks. And my response is, it's been 5 weeks. So, beards come all in shape and sizes. Like, for example, mine right now, it was more shaped. I'm kind of going the Viking look for the next 3 to 4 months. Just going to let it all come out and start just growing. And I'm not going to cut it or anything like that. So, as we go forward here, you're going to see this beard get a little crazy. But that's what I'm going for right now. I want to see what I can do with it. I've had it grow as far as my belly button before, about 10 years ago. I'm not going to grow it that long. But I do want to see the different things I may want to do with it. So what I'm trying to say is, you really know what you got going on for a beard in about 12 months. I usually use 12 months as a marker because even if you have some patches in there, some of your beard may overcome those patches and cover those up, and they may not be there. But you won't know until you have enough time for your beard to really grow out. There are some people that, no matter what they do, they can't grow out. We can't beat genetics, but we can have great products that have been around for thousands of years through cultures all around the world that have been using it to help moisturize, maintain their skin health, their beard health. And that's what we can do. Get great products and give the best opportunity for your hair follicles to absorb the necessary fats for your beard to grow. Just wait a year. Just wait a year. And on top of that, everybody has their own style. So it may take you years to find out what your style is. If you want a goatee with chops, if you're going to have just a beard, if you're going to have whatever, if it has some bicycle handles and just rock the stash out, or have the stash be more significant than your beard, go the Viking look, and the list goes on and on and on. And we'll talk about this more in the future. But to reiterate, progress is progress. Wait a year, let it all grow out. Try not to do too much for it. I mean, for me, my number one thing is to keep the hair around my mouth, out of my mouth, so I'm not combining my food and my stash together. Asking a beer person, I think y'all agree, wings with sauce, and you know where I'm going with this, blue cheese. Yeah, it can be a mess, but you know what, keep the napkin down, just go for it, because you know what, the next bite, it's going to add more to your beard. So it's the same with my theme of the KILT Beard Spotlight product. It's our best damn beard butter from KILT Beard Company. This butter has 3 butters. virgin shea butter, virgin 𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐍 butter, and virgin mango butter. All three butters are amazing. There's more butter than oils in this, which means you're going to get all that fatty awesomeness for your beard. And it's not going to be like, as you can see in my previous video, and I'll link the description down for you, about it's not a gel, it's not a cream, it's not add butter to the ingredients so that I can call it a butter and save a whole bunch of money. It's us giving you exactly what you want. A butter that's gonna moisturize your face, give you all the special ingredients and fats and all those intangibles that you need to grow an awesome beard. And so I have no reservations for not talking about the business side of things, and I'd like to include often some business lessons that I learned. So one is on Amazon. So Amazon, first time trying to sell on Amazon, set your listings up, had no prior knowledge, have a friend that was trying to give me some direction, but I put my listing up on Amazon, spent a few hours at the minimum to take the pictures, upload them, write the descriptions, and then part of the description doesn't show up. And then I went down the rabbit hole of why my bullet points don't show up. It took me a month of constant not giving up to get these bullet points working. And in my opinion, Amazon, everybody wants to help you, but you have to keep calling for the right person to actually provide the help that is necessary for you to succeed. So the moral of the story, you have to be persistent. When you have large companies, sometimes it takes a lot more of you persisting to get the right person to help you, and that sometimes it might be 5, 6, 8 calls until you get the right person. So don't be deterred. The answer is out there. The right person is out there to help you. You just got to be persistent. So Christmas time. It's not Christmas yet, so I really would like to suggest a Christmas Carol, 2 to be exact. So my all-time favorite is a 1938 A Christmas Carol with a Mr. Owen as Scrooge. You can't beat the black and white. Amazon has made it into color. Don't do it. Just go black and white. Black and white is amazing. I watch every year. I've watched it since I've been a kid. The amount of acting and special effects at that time, and just the overall quality of this Christmas Carol is, to me, is bar none. So the 2019 A Christmas Carol by FX with Guy Pearce as playing Scrooge is my modern favorite, if you will. I watch it every year since 2019, and it's the darker side of Scrooge and A Christmas Carol. It gives you the why behind Marley. It gives you more in depth about the psyche and the childhood of Scrooge, and still ties in the traditional 3 spirits that come. And it's a real good, complete Christmas Carol, in my opinion. It's like the one that we deserve. So if you're not into the holidays, or you're really into Christmas, I think this is a great watch for you, especially the 2019 one. But both, if you watch the 1938 and see the evolution of A Christmas Carol to 2019, I think it'd be very appreciative. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. We're going to start trying to bang at least 2 of these out a week. The structure will start coming together the more we go through these. And I would love to hear what you like, what we should add. As you can see behind me, I have a lot of likes between whiskeys and watches and collections and space, barbecuing, and the list goes on and on. So we can talk a lot about some awesome things here. And I would like to say, in closing, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Have an amazing Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you at the beginning of the year. And cheers.